So who got coming up first?
We got Spikefire versus Silver. So Spikefire is a Yoshi main from BC. Been trying to tear his way through bracket, and Silver is a Wii Fit / Pit main from Alberta. He was ranked in Smash 4, but he's a little less active during Ultimate. He's one of those players that when they come out, definitely messes up the bracket a little bit. Wow. So I'm interested to see how it goes, man. Silver is fresh off of a reverse 3-0 to get here.
Oh, we're gonna see Yoshi versus Wii Fit to start it off. So it's gonna be interesting. It's not a matchup you see too often, especially Wii Fit in general. I feel like aside from like John Numbers and like TK, I don't know, in the States they really don't see.
Well, what's so funny too, man, is like Wii Fit's not a matchup you see general on like a big stage, but if you live in Alberta, we have 3 Wii Fits that regularly make top 16. So it's like we've seen a little bit of this character come through.
Okay, well, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. I mean, Silver already offered a pretty commanding lead here. I'm gonna see if we can get a little bit more off of that projectile there. He's really keeping Spikefire at bay. I don't know what his plan is to approach Wii Fit here. It's not really a matchup I'm familiar with at all.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man, where Wii Fit plays kind of that slower game until she gets that deep breathing going, and then, it's anybody's guess as to what's gonna happen next. Because she has things like Nair up smash, you can hit Nair 1 and go into up smash, and that'll kill Yoshi at like 60 or 70%. So she's definitely capable of those big plays as well as more of a slower gameplay style.
I like that. Push the Yoshi off stage, get center, ledge trap. Not really. The platforms kind of make it difficult to set up the ledge trap there. They're trying to way too. Whoa.
Unfortunate trade there. Spikefire coming from the depths to get that kill. Silver launching the deep breathing right off the hop, trying to even it up, but Spikefire definitely actually doing a good job using the Wii Fit strategy against her, playing on the ledge.
Yeah, and I like the aggression here too. I'm surprised that up tilt actually whipped, but Spikefire is kind of running with momentum here, making great use of the eggs as a mixed up the time and kind of force shield, and then runs in with the jab.
Oh man! Confidence to go for that. That pressure that stock was insane. Spikefire not letting off the gas for a second as soon as he got off the ledge, and 28% from a single dare.
Yeah, man, the Tims go so hard, especially in Tri-State. We're so used to the Yoshis carrying you off the top with that move, man. We'll clean the Tims off your face.
Oh, man, it feels just as bad as it sounds, and now Silver actually at a very big deficit. He needs to make something happen, or Spikefire is going to run away with this. I think what might be a big factor in this matchup that we weren't thinking of was how easy it is for Yoshi to kind of go off stage and challenge Wii Fit's recovery. Because of how linear it is, Yoshi's Fair might be a big factor in gimping her off stage.
Yeah, and I'm wondering too, I feel like for Silver, he's been...
Did you see how much damage that? That's 72 from a Nair! What the heck?
Wii Fit, in a nutshell.
Yeah! All of a sudden, a game that was not close is looking incredibly doable, but Spikefire seemingly not phased at all.
Get some deep breathing, throw out a forward tilt, and all of a sudden it's going to be a tied game. We're going to see if that back throw, not enough juice. Get a little bit of recovery on the breather right there.
Ooh, dash attack just about doing it. He needs just one good hit right now to take Yoshi off. Hazmat was telling me that's the best move in the game. No one's ever punished it.
It's free. Because everyone's just like, nobody uses it. So it's just like, man, it's like rollout from Puff. Like, it's like, why are you pressing that button?
Well, it's one of those moves where it's impossible to read it because the Yoshi main also didn't mean to do it, so no one knows when it's coming.
Oh, that down smash was crisp. No, not enough to KO Silver.
Can he make it up the other side? Great awareness from Silver to make it up the other side. And now Spikefire in a bad spot, but that egg saving his life. He's going to have no invincibility, but Silver lets him back on stage.
Here we go. Silver going right back to the corner. And approach a little bit. Go back, throw that header, and then get that charge and that sun salutation going. Wants to make sure he has those projectiles, racks up a little bit of damage here and there, and soon be fishing for that KO with the forward tilt.
Yeah, and a game that looked completely in Spikefire's control is now anyone's game. I didn't know who hit that. I thought that was a Wii Fit back air for a second.
I was terrified because I was like, man, like if you're Spikefire and you lose that, you're just like, bro, how did I let that happen? Shout out to Silver for making that as close as it was while getting decimated the first two stocks.
Yeah, That's one of those games too, man, where honestly you might feel better at the end of it than your opponent does. You're like, yeah, man, I got slapped up the first 2 stocks, and still almost won. And I got at least 2 more games to make it happen. So you're definitely not feeling too bad about that.
And I'm wondering too. I mean, we did see that conversion that we pointed out earlier, where it got 70 some odd % off of that falling nair at 0 to get deep breathing. And
yeah, it's crazy, dude. Well, honestly, if you have deep breathing, the 2 hits of nair into the header itself does 55, 60%. 50,
right?
Yeah. What is happening?
Okay, so we're going to PS2, which I think is a perfectly fine stage to go for Wii Fit. I don't really think either character really gets a super buff from the stage, but I do like it. Everyone's kind of home here.
Yeah, and I think kind of one of the reasons that Silver would have picked it is because it's a little bit bigger in terms of stage size. So he's got a little bit of space to run around and get away from Yoshi still, if he doesn't want to interact.
Oh, okay, there we go. He's breathing. We're on the ledge.
Spikefire has no fear. He is running off stage like he has never been reversed edge guard in his life. It's just every time he sees that deep breathing come up off stage, it's a reverse fair into the blast zone.
Wow. What an egg roll, man. He jumped off of the right platform, landed right on top of Silver's shield from there, and managed to retreat all the way to the other side of the stage before Silver could do anything.
Oh, but an unfortunate SD. Using his egg defensively, he wasn't able to use it to boost himself up and recover. Unfortunate. That soccer ball did 14%. This character, while she has deep breathing, is just a machine, dude.
There we go, 38% and counting. That Sun Salutation did another 20 some odd % on top of that. And Spikefire is just slowly watching this come further and further away from his grasp here. Needs to find a KO, needs to get a drag down back air into a conversion or something, man. Maybe an up air, catching a jump.
This is one of those matchups too where it feels like you're only getting clipped, right? It feels like she's just hitting you a little, and then you look at your %, you've taken 90. You're like, what happened? Was I losing that badly?
Yeah, definitely the pacing of it is all over the place, right? It's like a bad Netflix original. You don't know what's going on because it does so little damage and so much in the blink of an eye. But just like that, jumping the shark with that Yoshi bomb, we're going to go ahead and finally have Silver taken to its second stock.
Absolutely, man. But 140%, I can't imagine Spikefire's living for too much longer. He's not going to have any invincibility. We haven't seen Silver kind of capitalize on that yet. But I would like to see once Spikefire drops off from the ledge, Silver kind of go in the aggressive because he has to jump there.
Oh, spot dodge, turnaround, grab, perfectly executed from Silver here.
Oh, from downtown!
Yes, there we go. Easy money.
The way he set that up too with the dash back, double jump, he waited a little to get the perfect angle, man. He saw something.
Ooh, okay.
Right, Spikefire.
He missed that jab reset there, but was still able to get the down tilt for the pressure on the neutral get up anyway. So it's not looking too bad. The Spikefire is still the whole stock behind, needs some assistance.
Yeah, and in the time it took you to say it's not looking too bad, he took 90%.
I know.
Insane. What is going on? And deep breathing online, a forward tilt will kill. That was the hardest read up smash I've seen in a while. He thought he had something.
Oh, the reversed egg leg. Oh no. Oh yeah. Get out of here. Terrible downbeat. Absolutely terrible downbeat. But that happens sometimes. I wonder if it was intentional. Maybe he thought he was gonna roll in and try to break the shield.
He might have tried to B reverse it too. I know you can flip it around, but who knows, man? Sometimes you just eat those and you're like, all right, well, let's not do that again.
Yeah, I mean, especially online, trying to make sure your inputs come out the way you want. It's a dice roll sometimes.
You're definitely fighting the game almost as much as you're fighting the other guy.
Okay,
Spikefire. It seems like I was curious to see if Silver was going to actually switch because he does have a pit in the back pocket, but it seems he's confident in the Wii Fit. And honestly, once he had enough space to keep his projectile game going, that was a huge difference maker for that game.
I'm wondering, are we going to have here? Looks like we do have PS2. We're going to go back. Yeah, exact same matchup. And I'm okay with that, honestly. For Spikefire, I just think he may want to wait out the deep breathing a little bit. You got time, you can.
Yeah. And I like the counter pick here, taking him to a small stage. Like I was saying, I think a big difference maker that game was Silver was able to have space whenever he wanted it. With a smaller stage like this, he's going to be forced to interact with Spikefire a lot more than he might want to.
Now, the one thing I will kind of be a bit worried about is his ability to work around the... Oh, never mind. Yeah, you got
He's coming back. Wii Fit's recovery definitely pretty strong in terms of verticality.
Okay, not bad at all. There we go. Throws the egg. Nice dunk. Okay.
That lasted a while. He got every hit on that soccer ball. The down B catching the grab and the air dodge coming through Spikefire, though, applying a lot of pressure on Silver right now.
See, this is what I'm scared of, because if Wii Fit camps under a platform, Yoshi's approach options become a lot more limited.
Yeah. Ooh. What was that option?
I don't know.
The double jump. Oh! It ran past him, got him with the back of the down smash. I would bet a slick 20 that he didn't mean to do that, but it works. The smaller stage coming to play now for Silver. Nair up air actually allowing it to be a confirm.
Ooh, I like that forward tilt there. Gets a little bit of an extension. Stomps on him. Okay, that's tough.
Oh my god, she's at 100! Stop! That was like the 5-second 100%, and Spikefire went from feeling pretty good about this counter pick to really bad about it.
Yeah, now I just smash forward tilt into a hit.
Gotta have flashbacks on that one.
Oh, that's one forward tilt. Okay, the Nair didn't KO though, surprisingly.
And he got a deep breathe. Oh, the air dodge. He was looking for the wall jump off the side, but didn't have quite enough time to get it. That being said, the deep breathing out again. Almost anything will kill at this percent.
Oh, goes for the grab, doesn't get it. Spikefire trying to avoid these forward tilts with everything in his ability. I like this though. Getting a good juggle and then backing off, not wanting to overextend a little bit too much and then getting punished for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Spikefire's been doing a really good job this set, actually. Oh, boy.
Yikes.
And that's what I was talking about, man. You can't get hit by that stuff at the ledge. That's the game changer. You know, you take 20, you take 14, like 7 times a game. It's almost a stock you took just by being, you know, a little reckless at the ledge. But,
I mean, he went so fast into the blast zone. He literally he pressed neutral B and then it was just like game. Like, it didn't even...
like, oh, he's dead.
But he was doing a good job of like making that comeback for the most part in that last stock, but it just literally taking 100% before he could blink really kind of changed.
Kind of ruined the dream in a moment. I think one of the things that Spikefire is showing us that he's pretty good at is when he gets these combos going, he's kind of good at resetting them, right? So he'll go for the, you know, like the up tilt or the F tilt up air, and then instead of, you know, immediately going for another up air, he'll wait just a second to see what the option is and then try and cover that, so he can get a little extra credit off that same combo. But it just hasn't been enough.
Yeah, I know, because it's like moments like that, right, where you wait for an air dodge or maybe they swing early or something like that, is where you can get a lot of your most damaging punches, right? You can get your spikes, you can get a charged smash attack, maybe like a weird reset with a V-reverse egg lay or something, but it did not work out.
Man, it's just those like, it's interesting to think about, like, you kind of look at it like the TSN turning point of the game. Where you look at where did it all go wrong?
Yeah, I know, right?
And you watch the set back and you're like, man, imagine if I didn't take 100% 2.5 seconds. Like, imagine if that didn't happen.
Yeah, the play of the game was like very easily highlighted by the AI there. I knew exactly what was going down.
Yeah. All right, coming back on stage now. Silver putting himself at match point, but Spikefire not to be outdone, taking him to Smashville this time, maybe thinking that the platforms were a little bit too much of a hindrance, like you were saying, and the mid-platform might be a little easier to play around, especially with Wii Fit's gameplay mostly taking place around the ledge.
Yeah, and I think especially with that middle platform, if you go for like a forward tilt with Yoshi, it'll set them up for a good spot to get like another reset.
Unfortunate right there. We're seeing Spikefire probably suffering a little bit from the lag in this match by missing that jab lock again.
Yeah, he was like, man, Just teleported for a second. Here we go, throwing some eggs with the deep breathing on deck.
Oh, what?
No!
You say you about a nair? Is that what you're thinking? This doesn't work.
Stop that car in its tracks. And somebody's crossing the street.
And like, as if, what are you doing? What are you doing?
That PI was trash too, but somehow he's alive.
Dude, you know when you're playing, sometimes you feel yourself like a little too hard. You hit like one smash tag and you're like, I might be the best player.
I know, right?
You start going for stuff like that. That's definitely how it goes, man. But we've seen Silver, ever since that first game where he just barely lost, has been kind of dominating the set.
There we go, I like this. Gets a good chunk of damage. Wants the up smash, won't be able to find it. Spikefire needs the final blow here. And
finds it
there it
on
is.
The way down. 120% though, that's not exactly healthy versus Wii Fit Trainer. Especially once deep breathing's online.
Okay. Oh man.
There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go.
That was tricky though, because it looked like he like B reversed it, and there was no way he was expecting it to come from that angle.
Yeah, and one of those things is too, once you've done like your mix up, you're like, cool, I got him. And then a B reverse like B reverse D or Sun Salutation comes your way and you're like, man, like, come on.
Yeah, Spikefire like took like 70% and another like 3 seconds again, and now it's tough. He's trying so hard here, but just can't seem to break through the wall of Wii Fit, and especially if you're trying to like parry some of these projectiles, it becomes a lot more difficult online.
Yeah, and I think a big thing is too, some of Spikefire's aggression has just been kind of misinformed, unfortunately, where he's been coming in and trying to make a play, but the risk associated with going for a play like that is the quickest 80 you've ever taken. So you need to kind of reassess your risk management in terms of coming in against Wii Fit Trainer, especially when she has deep breathing.
Man, oh, okay, goes for, looks like the read on the neutral get up there with the Yoshi bomb, won't find it.
All right, that's the game.
What? Did they spike each other?
Yeah, so the spike hitbox of the header traded with Yoshi's forward air.
I see.
But
Okay, I was like, what the?
But because it hit at the same time, the kill screen was both just them and hit stun, like they fucking shot down. Oh man, that's a rough way to go.
That was dope though.